He was 75 years old. No blueprint. No road map. No explanation. Just a voice, unseen, unstoppable, calling him out of everything he knew. His father's house. His homeland. His identity. Would you leave everything, just because God said so? This is the story of Abram, the man who heard God's call and obeyed. One night, under a sky thick with stars, a divine whisper broke the silence of the world. It wasn't thunder. It wasn't fire. It was purpose. Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great. Genesis 12 verses 1 to 2. It was not just a call to move, it was a call to become. A man named Abram, living in a land called Ur, surrounded by idol worship and comfort, was about to step into history because heaven spoke. He had every reason to stay. He had land, livestock, family, familiarity. But obedience isn't about logic, it's about trust. With trembling hands he packed up everything, left the land of his fathers, the city he'd always known, the gods he'd grown up around, and he walked, not knowing where he was going but knowing who had called him. By faith Abraham obeyed and went even though he did not know where he was going. Hebrews 11 verse 8. Have you ever trusted God so much that you stepped into the unknown? I will make your name great, God said. But years passed. No children. No land. No evidence. How do you hold on to a promise that feels impossible? Abram looked around and saw only tents and wandering. No throne. No fame. No legacy. But faith isn't built in the palace. It's forged in the wilderness. Then one night, the Lord took him outside and said, "Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them." Then he said to him, "So shall your offspring be." Genesis 15 verse 5. And Abram believed, not because it made sense but because the one who spoke could not lie. Abram, exalted father. But God changed his name to Abraham, father of many nations. Before the child came, before the promise showed up, before there was proof, God called him what he was becoming, not what he looked like. God gives life to the dead and calls into being things that were not. Romans 4 verse 17. God didn't just want to give Abraham a son. He wanted to make him a father to the world, a covenant partner, a name that would echo through eternity. Years later, Isaac was born, laughter in the house of an old man and a barren woman. And from Isaac came Jacob, and from Jacob a nation, and from that nation came the Messiah. And through you all the families of the earth will be blessed. Genesis 12 verse 3. God made Abraham's name great, not through fame or fortune, but through faith. What if God is calling you the same way? What if there's a land you need to step into, an unknown future shaped by obedience? You may not see the fruit yet. You may feel like you're wandering. But if God called you, he will finish what he started. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. Abraham's story is a reminder that God doesn't need you to be perfect, just willing. He calls ordinary people to extraordinary journeys if they dare to say yes. So ask yourself, what have you been afraid to leave behind? What promise has God whispered that you've buried beneath doubt? The same God who said, "I will make your name great," still speaks today. And when he calls, he doesn't abandon, he leads. Say this prayer with me. Lord, give me the faith of Abraham. Let me hear you clearly and follow you boldly. I may not know the way, but I know you. Make my name great, not for pride, but for purpose. Amen. If this story stirred your spirit, subscribe now to the Euaggelion for more dramatic Bible stories that speak to your soul. Your journey starts with a single step, just like Abraham's.